Black ice and bad driving conditions are to blame for recent crashes. Find out what a local body shop is doing, though, to make some of its customers just a little happier. Good morning, I'm Cindy Farmer.
And I'm Bob Buckley in for Brad Jones. Thanks for getting your day started with us. Those stories are straight ahead. First, though, Tom with a check of your forecast.
Yeah, take a look here. Greensboro. Waiting on sunrise about an hour and a half away from now. It is cold, though. 31 degrees at PTI, 25 in Burlington, 23 in Lexington. Yeah, it's kind of nippy. Eventually, we will see a high today in the upper 40s.
Yesterday, the government said it fixed your health care. Today, it claims it's fixing the flying experience. The feds announced new rules designed to protect passengers from being stranded on the tarmac. Doug Luzader has the story from Washington, where airports have reopened after a weekend blizzard.
3 hours. That's how long, under the new rules, airlines will be able to keep you stuck on a plane on the tarmac. Through a good portion of the country, this past weekend has been an example of how quickly travel can become a nightmare for airline passengers. And many are still trying to get to their destinations.
It's become a cattle train. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't treat my animals like that. I mean it.
And being trapped in an airport is one thing. It's something else to be stuck out there.
We sat on a tarmac trying to get out for over 2 hours.
It was hot, uncomfortable. There's nothing to do about it.
Well, there is something the Department of Transportation can do. New rules that go into effect in about 4 months fine airlines $27,500 per passenger if anyone is stuck on a tarmac more than 3 hours. Food and water is required if the delay is more than 2 hours. But the airlines warn that the new rules will create new problems. It will lead to unintended consequences, they say, more canceled flights and greater passenger inconvenience. Often the reason passengers are stuck is because pilots are trying to keep their place in line to take off. And airline capacity issues mean it's already tough to play catch-up.
When things go wrong, like this major weather event, there are just so few available seats for travelers to get into. It's a very, very difficult situation.
A difficult situation that the airlines say could get worse because of the new rules. But passengers can at least expect some more elbow room while they wait. Now, there is some fine print to all of this. These new rules only apply to domestic flights, and they can be waived if there are security, safety, or operational concerns. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Breaking news out of High Point this morning. 3 people are in the hospital after escaping a serious house fire. Authorities say flames broke out shortly after 3 o'clock this morning at a home along Ashboro Street in High Point. At this time, the police have not told us the names of the victims, but we do know that 2 people were taken to Wake Forest Baptist to be treated for burns. The other was taken to High Point Regional. Fire officials are still there and still investigating the cause of the blaze. People who live in Winston-Salem need to take their trash to the curb. City workers will only do curbside pickup today. City officials say the slippery conditions make the backyard pickups just too dangerous.
The Yadkin County Health Department is giving out free H1N1 vaccinations for anyone older than 6 months. You can call the number you see there, 679-4203, to schedule an appointment today. Health officials say the best way to protect yourself and your family from the virus is to get a shot. The Yadkin County Health Department is open from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. The office, though, will be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
The American Red Cross is hoping to collect 100 pints of blood before Christmas. A blood drive is going on today at the J. Smith Young YWCA. It starts at 2. On Wednesday, a second drive will be held at Shoemakers tomorrow from noon until 4:30. The third one will be on Christmas at the Belk store that is on the 69 Plaza Parkway. The drive will last from 10 until 2:30.
Auto repair shops are getting their first look at cars and trucks that slid into guardrails, ditches, or into other cars during the snowstorm. Fox 8's Charles Ewing tells us how body shops are cutting wait times and getting cars back to their owners quickly.
Every bay at High Point's Van York Paint and Body is taken. So when the snow started to fall on Friday, manager Paul Huffman had a simple message for his team.
Really and truly, I told the guys Friday before we left that, go home, have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll come in and hit it hard this week and next week, try to get things done for the end of the year.
Technicians are reshaping metal and installing parts that were damaged by deer collisions. The snow-damaged cars are outside.
We got this little Ford Taurus came in the Friday evening. I've got a little burgundy Chevrolet Tahoe hit on the left front right there. It was obviously bought in Saturday while I was here.
Plus, there's a minivan and a compact that's a bit more compacted. This is one of the first cars that arrived here on Friday evening, and more cars are certainly on the way for this afternoon and into tomorrow. So the guys here at the body shop are looking at some long hours to make all these expensive repairs. The average repair bill is $1,600. To clear the heavy workload and get cars back to their owners sooner, the only holiday the body shop plans to take is Christmas Day. Insurance agents like Dan Loggins are also doing their part to reduce wait times.
If they'll just give us a phone call and choose the body shop, then we can notify the body shop that they're coming by, and it makes the process, maybe cuts out a half day, maybe even a day and a half of the process to get their car repaired and back on the road.
And back on the street is where your car should be.
The one that benefits is the customer, but it is a win-win for everybody. But the idea is to get the repairs done, get them done professionally, get the customer back on the road as soon as possible.
In Guilford County, Charles Ewing, Fox 8 News.
Well, this morning we've got a health alert for people with heart conditions. Doctors say if you've ever had a heart attack or a bypass operation, there's an easy way to prevent having a second one. Stick to the rehab. People who get all 36 sessions of cardiac rehabilitation are less likely to die or suffer from a heart attack for the next 4 years. Those rehab sessions are usually covered by most Medicare plans.
Crime alert out of High Point, where police are investigating a deadly shooting. It happened on Ennis Street last night. Police aren't releasing much information at this time, but witnesses say that they heard several shots, and one man says he saw a black car leave the scene. The victim was taken to the hospital where he later died. At this point, investigators have not released the victim's name. California authorities arrested a man that they believe smuggled wildlife into the U.S. The charge could land Michael Plank behind bars for 20 years. Plank is accused of strapping 15 live lizards to his chest to get past security at the LA airport. This supposedly happened last month. Yesterday, though, Plank pled not guilty to federal charges. Customs agents say that the lizards are worth more than $8,500, and Plank did not have a permit for them. Surveillance cameras are designed to see things that we would otherwise miss. And after 6:30, we're taking a look back at some of this year's stories that were caught on tape.
And candy canes, gumdrops, chocolate-covered treats, you name it. We have it. This morning, we are learning more about the history behind the Candy Factory and how it makes those delicious candies.